Plus this hill makes a great nap area. And all my magazines fall out of my pocket. Well, as expected, I just get this thing turned on and we have a target-rich environment. So I'm gonna start shooting right away. We'll talk later. Okay, they cleared off here now. Ooh, wait, one more. You think you can hide? So, gorgeous Wisconsin fall day. 50 degrees, sunny. If I hadn't mentioned it before, these are the reason why the landowner lets me shoot an air rifle here, but no shotguns and even no 22 calibers. These guys, there's a lot of muscle there. And if they all get going one direction, it causes a lot of bad things. My air rifle is quiet enough not to spook them. Any other gun, not so much. As I mentioned in the previous video, in the past, the landowner tried to take the pigeons off the silos with shotguns. These guys went through the fence. Hence the reason why we stick to strictly air rifles here, and more specifically shrouded air rifles. I don't know why that was so hard to come out. You may hear a constant buzz kind of in the background. That is the corn dryers right there. It's harvest time right now in Wisconsin. About half the fields in this area have gotten a close haircut, and the teams are out there working their butts off. Got the dry weather right now. We had a pretty good growing season, and farmers, I think, generally are pretty happy this year. As you saw, there's a lot of birds here. I've already blasted more than a few. A lot of them got the heck out of here. Starlings really aren't too stupid. You see, they fall dead on the back side of that barn, and then the other ones come along and see a dead starling, and I don't know if they put two and two together, but they certainly get wary about landing in the same spot. The gun is my FX Bobcat again. I've been using this a lot, and the reason why is mainly because it's 25 caliber. Now, do you need 25 caliber to kill pest birds? Of course not. 22, even a 177 will do fine. I've been opting for the 25, namely because it bucks the wind really well, but I also get a ton of shots with this gun. I get 85, 90 shots. I'm a big fan of not having to refill my gun. On top of that, this gun is just simply put my most accurate gun in my cabinet right now. And when I want to shoot long range, a long ways away, I'll gladly tolerate the extra weight if it gets me, you know, a tighter group further away. Whoa. Sorry. Pigeon. Hang on. So I did it at 60. That's 8 dot holdover. There we go. Oh, we got a little more wind to wait on now. Wait. Maybe I should just go home after that one. I think that is now my longest recorded on camera. The thing is, with a 25 caliber, I'm not so about taking the shot. If I put it anywhere in the meat of the pigeon, the bird is absolutely going down. Let's go get that bird. I want to see where I plugged him. Well, if I have this right, he rolled off the top up there and then probably hit that barn, and there happens to be a ladder conveniently right there. I'll be damned. There he is, right there. this definitely looks like a squab. This is a young of year. So he's a little bit smaller than his bigger counterparts. All right, let's go back to our starling spot. It's cold and windy up here. There's one thing I realized I forgot to tell you guys. I had to tune my scope, or dial my scope down from 20 power, which a lot of those shots were taken at, down to 10 power. At 20 power, it's a true mil-dot scope, meaning each dot is a dot and each hash is a half dot. But by dialing it down to 10 power, it made each half one dot. So my 8 dot holdover looked like 4 on the scope, but it was obviously an 8, which you could tell by the arc of that pellet. So, move back to this spot, back where we were. There's still plenty of sparrows popping their heads up at the top there. The starlings, yeah, they're pretty wary now. That flock has moved on. It's kind of a trade-off sometimes when you get a huge flock of starlings, because you have that many more eyes watching you. But I don't have anything else to do today, and it is dang nice out right now. Hang out with me, shoot a few more. See the spider right here? See that? Can you see him? Get out of here. I moved over to the right side of the barn. I don't know why, I've never been here before. This is a great spot. The north wind is completely blocked by that barn right there, and I'm shooting off the second barn right over there. Here we go. Alright guys, we got a low battery on that and this thing just died. So thank you for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Oh, by the way, the camera mount, you guys want to know about it, go to eaglevisioncam.com. These are manufactured in the UK. It's a little more complicated than the C-bin mount because you don't just screw it in right here. There's actually a piece that you epoxy onto the camera. Then that piece you epoxy on screws into this larger piece that sleeves over a piece. So it's kind of like that. Anyway, it's the most solid camera mount I've ever used, but it isn't really 100% effective unless you have adjustable rings. The reason for this is because the camera has no choice but to shoot straight down the scope because of the way it's mounted. With that clamp-on mount, you were able to kind of twist it a little up, a little down to get the reticle centered in your camera. Well, this doesn't have that twisty ability, so you kind of have to do that with something else. So what you do is you put the camera on, adjust the turrets on the scope until the turrets are in the middle of the camera, then get yourself a set of adjustable scope rings, and you adjust the scope to 0 using those rings instead of the turrets. Or you at least get it really close, and then just do the fine adjustments with the turrets. That keeps your reticle centered. Without that, you may have a reticle that's off center and there's nothing you can do about that with this scope mount. So it's a lot more solid, but in my opinion, doesn't work quite as well as the C-bin mount unless you have adjustable rings.